How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Yolk'd. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Paul.
And we are closing out 2012. And Paul, what did you get for Christmas this year?
Oh, I got a few things.
That's really awesome. And now on to tech news.
Let's end the year with some good old-fashioned tech news, which will soon be eclipsed since CES is only a short week or two away. Intel is trickling out details about their upcoming Socket 1150 CPUs based on the new Haswell architecture, and Fudzilla has the dirt on the top dog of the pack. To succeed the wildly successful 3770K, Intel will be releasing, wait for it, the 4770K. That's right, the 4770K is one number higher, isn't it? The specs may seem a bit rote, but I will share them nonetheless. We've got a 3.5 GHz clock speed with a 3.9 GHz turbo boost, an 8 MB cache, 84 watt TDP, and DDR3 1600 support. It's a quad-core with hyper-threading, and if this all seems very familiar, that's because they're the same numbers as the 3770K, apart from the TDP. It's a tick in Intel's development cycle, and I expect things will get more exciting once we can check out some benchmarks and give software devs some time to play with the new HNI instruction set. On the graphics side, though, we have the HD 4600, which Intel claims will be 3 times faster than the Ivy Bridge iGPU, and is rumored to support encode and decode functionality for video resolutions up to Quad HD 4K.
If you're one of the bitter souls disappointed that the world didn't end last week, cheer up, there's still hope. It's just very far away. A speculative article posted on Gizmodo points out that the exact time the Earth will perish is at 3:30 p.m. UTC on December 4th of the year 292,277,026,596. Where did they come up with that round-even number, you ask? Well, my friends, that's when the Unix timestamp will exceed the largest value that can be held in a signed 64-bit integer. As everyone and their mom knows, Unix is the greatest OS of our time, and it powers most of the computing systems that sustain human life on Earth. Everything from banks to medical life support systems to electric grids and even the internet run with Unix at its core and would simply not exist without it. Of course, before that fateful day takes place and everything shuts down, cutting off our life support and exposing our dependency on the system that we created until we shrivel up and die, it's likely that our sun will beat it to the punch, reaching its maximum size as a red giant and destroying Earth just a mere 7.9 billion years from now. That damn sun always has to be the center of everything, doesn't it? But certainly, if that's not the fate you would choose for our beloved planet, you can still entertain theoretical physicist Michio Kaku's theory that several hundreds of thousands of years from now, humanity will be a Type 3 civilization on the Kardashev scale. That means we'll be capable of interstellar travel, interstellar communication, galactic engineering, and galaxy-scale influence. Leap ahead 5 to 50 million years from now, and the human race will have colonized the entire Milky Way, and perhaps even the Snickers and Twix Nebula. Even so, it's not like you or I will be around for that anyway, so let's just hope humanity adopts a 128-bit system before the year 292 billion. Give or take 300 million.
Thanks for that story, Kyle. And speaking of the end of the world, let's head over to Joanne for announcements.
Hey guys, the folks at Creative Sound Blaster are hosting the Heroes of New Earth string of tournaments going on right now. There are 9 tournaments total where you can win over $40,000 in cash and prizes. The first qualifier has already passed, but you can still register for the second qualifier between January 5th and the 11th. The last tournament ends February 22nd, so make sure you don't miss out. The first place winner will receive $12,000, second place will get $8,000, third and fourth place will each win $3,000, and fifth to eighth place winners will take home $1,000 each. Check the link below for more details and live streaming on this tournament. Good luck to all the contestants.
Randy Zuckerberg, the sister of famed Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, expressed dismay earlier this week when a family photo she posted to Friends Only on Facebook was rebroadcast via Twitter. The tweeting prompted Randy to harshly scold the tweeter, Callie Schweitzer, calling the breach of privacy way uncool. Now, I haven't seen this photo yet myself, but I can only assume it contains scandalous and defamatory imagery of the Zuckerbergs dancing naked while drenched in the blood of virgins, cackling and cavorting as they invoke an ancient pagan ritual, cannibalizing the flesh of their vanquished social networking competitors in a salacious but ultimately fruitless attempt to rebound Facebook's stock value. Actually, it's just a poorly lit and out-of-focus cell phone pic of the Zuckerbergs making faces. I bet if this were posted to Instagram, they could totally sell it for cash.
If the Hollywood group is having a hard time regulating the millions of people engaged in online piracy, perhaps they should start with a little self-discipline. Recent data shows that employees at Paramount Pictures, Warner Brothers, Disney, Sony Pictures, and 20th Century Fox are pirating movies, games, and other forms of copyrighted media while at work. According to the MPAA, online piracy cost the creative industries billions of dollars in lost revenue. But new data uncovered by Torrent Freak reveals that they themselves are partly to blame. Just take a look at some of the files Paramount Pictures has been sharing. Nothing like a little Happy Feet 2 to counteract the despairing atmosphere of Sons of Anarchy. A glance at 20th Century Fox's activity proves there's still at least one person on Earth who watches 90210. And Hollywood Squares... the game? The list goes on, but even so, ladies and gentlemen, we should not use this information as a means to justify making the same mistake as so many Hollywood studio employees have just made. Torrenting at work. I'm kidding, of course. Users who choose to pirate do so at their own risk, and are hopefully aware of the awful things that can happen to an unlucky pirate targeted by the ominous MPAA. But I'm not here to preach, people. The real lesson we should take away from this story is that the root of the creative industry's problem lies within its own structure. Figuratively speaking, absurd prices and the inaccessibility of content have cheapened the user experience of buying most forms of entertainment. And now, with studio employees openly sharing copyrighted files at work, it's becoming strangely literal. Corporate studios need to remember that for every finger they point at an alleged pirate, 3 more fingers are pointed right back at them. And 1 finger is pointed at some random innocent bystander. And they're the real victims of this tragic tale.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, it's time for our Yolk'd Year in Review.
To celebrate all of the work we've done this year, we're going to rehash it all with the Newegg TV Top 12 Moments of 2012.
Yeah, that makes an even dozen, doesn't it, Kyle?
Yep.
He was born with a lifetime warranty, which he promptly voided.
With your drive cage gone, you can get creative and use adhesive Velcro to mount SSDs to unconventional spaces within your case. Just don't get too creative.
But first, whose disgusting sock is that?
This sock?
Yeah, where did that come from?
I don't know. I assumed it was yours and I didn't want to touch it.
Not mine. Joanne, is this your sock?
Thanks, guys. And now for announcements.
No, Joanne, over here. Is this your sock?
Let me check.
Joanne,
No,
over here.
right here.
Here's this.
Over here.
This sock.
On the table.
Oh,
In spite of DeCarlo's claim that the damage has already been done, it's likely that Mozilla will respond accordingly with its upcoming release of Firefox 15. But until that time, the only thing keeping...
What the hell?
I heard you needed a captain. I'll be your captain, and you will be my crew. And today, we conquer the skies!
Don't let him in, Rachel.
Secure the rigging, man your stations, for today we fly!
How did he get in here?
You know, Kyle, I've been feeling a little down lately, you know, about Yolk'd and everything. I feel like this show, I feel like you're the heart and soul of the show. Like, you know, I'm just kind of here sometimes, you know?
No way, man. I mean, you're just as much of a co-star as I am.
I mean, maybe, but don't you feel like in every sort of show like this, there's like some person who's really just there for filler?
I've got a couple big announcements for Newegg fans out there.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video from El Toro Field in Southern California for Kingston and Newegg. I'm Paul at Newegg TV. Would love to show you guys some more, you know, hair-raising card tricks and that sort of thing, but you know, with the rain, had to keep things safe. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Let's give some context to the top 5, shall we?
That sounds like a good idea, Kyle. Coming in at number 5 is Kyle's incisive commentary on the Mac community, featured in Yolk'd number 10.
Cover your ears, Mac users. Actually, no one's watching this on a Mac right now. You know why? Because this is a tech show, not a fashion show. Number 4 would probably rank higher with some of our fans at least. It's Joanne taking out a poor defenseless laptop.
We scoured local secondhand stores in search of Kyle's extravagant outfit for the golden build. But here's another taste. Coming in at number 3 is Pimpin' Kyle. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors, Intel, ECS, EVGA, and of course, Corsair. Also like to say a big thank you to Kyle, because he's been indispensable throughout this build.
This PC so pimp, even I owe it money.
That you do, Kyle.
We don't avoid awkward pauses while shooting episodes of Yolk'd, we revel in them. Number 2 is a magical moment from Yolk'd 16. Ugh, finally the episode's over. It's been a long day, hasn't it, Paul?
Yes, it has, Kyle.
I think I'm gonna go home and take a hot bath.
You know, I'm right there with you.
Yeah? Okay. Well, that's gonna wrap up this episode. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Paul. And finally, for our number 1 moment of 2012, we revisit Boston and our PAX East coverage.
That's right. This one features a celebrity cameo and a strange production mix-up.
I tell you guys, there's so much stuff going on here, but next up we're going to go check out the Kingston booth, which I believe is right over this way. So let's check it out. Oh, jeez.
Mike, where were we going? Kingston. Okay, Kingston. All right, let's go check out Kingston, shall we? Oh man, my head is. Are you sure we were supposed to go to Kingston? All right, we're here with David from Kingston.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys, and that is going to wrap it up for us for 2012. We'd like to thank all of you for watching and for subscribing, and we look forward to bringing you a lot more content in 2013, starting with our coverage of CES in January. We're going to be spending a week in Vegas. I know I'm looking forward to it. What are you looking forward to, Kyle?
I'm just looking forward to some free time to catch up on my needlework.
The time-honored art of crochet.
What?
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. We hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, you've just been
Yoked.
Good throw.
It was. Spot on.